Hey guys, Spanketh here. So, on this channel, I want to talk about my health conditions, as well as the trials and struggles that I have gone through. My hope is that by sharing my story, my challenges, my struggles, is that others who deal with chronic illnesses know that they are not alone and that you will learn to be your own advocate for your health, that there are communities and people out there who can empathize with you. Each of my videos will be on a different struggle of mine, as well as other health issues, and I am glad to hear any other health related topics you guys might want me to go over. So today I want to go over my primary health condition, and that is Ehlers Danlos syndrome. Now before I dive into this, there are several different types of this condition, but I won't be going over the variation that I have, which is called hypermobile Ehlers Danlos syndrome, which is the most common of the different types. EDS is a connective tissue disorder that messes with your collagen, and collagen is the glue that helps keep your joints and organs, etc., in their respective place. Basically, almost your whole body is affected because of this. Blood vessels, eyes, skin, muscles, and so on. Now, this is not considered an autoimmune condition. However, this condition makes you susceptible to getting other conditions like autoimmune diseases and much more, and we will get into that at a later time. For my version of EDS, I deal with joints that either sublux or dislocate. So subluxation is a partial dislocation. Still painful, if not for me at times, more painful than a full dislocation, because oftentimes it will just keep slipping out of the socket, which I then have to constantly readjust, which can cause even more problems. I have passed on so many events, trips, and even just playing with my niece and nephews because of pain and fatigue. I'll often wake up and have to pop or adjust joints back into place. I think one of the hardest things for me is the fatigue that comes with this, because doing simple tasks is often a challenge. For example, most people can probably outstretch their arm for a while before feeling that fatigue and the pain from it. But for me, I experience that within maybe 10 seconds. And it intensifies greatly the longer I attempt to do it for longer. Now, while this and other issues like it are a constant, every day my energy and pain levels vary. I like to refer to what is called the spoon theory. To quickly explain it, I and others with illnesses start out with a limited amount of spoons. And each thing you do, no matter how simple the task, it all costs you a spoon. Spoons represent your energy and pain, etc. If you run out of spoons, well, that's it. You can go over your daily amount of spoons, but you are just borrowing from tomorrow's supply of spoons. I'll have links for more in-depth information on this for EDS as well. While I am grateful for things like the spoon theory, there is still that inherent challenge in explaining not just your conditions, but your pain, your struggles, your state of mind, and so on, to those who, well, are not sick. Even with family, I struggle with getting them to fully understand my illness and my pain, and so forth. They have even asked me, while I can't do whatever it is they are asking me to do, and it's not black and white. It's not a simple answer. It's complex, frustrating, and because you want to be able to tell them, it's a challenge. The reality is that even if I could perfectly explain it to someone, they won't fully understand, because they have to imagine what that's like. What's worse is this is what is referred to as an invisible illness, because you simply just can't see my pain. You can't see my joints falling apart. On the outside, I look normal. And unfortunately, I get hurtful looks and comments when I park in a handicapped space. Since they can't see my condition, they assume I am just a jerk taking a spot from someone who really needs it, despite my having a valid placard in my window. And often they don't care to hear your reason why. I often wish there was a government certified card that I can carry with me that says I am ill, and when people see it, they'll understand. But who knows, that might not work either. Regardless, it just stinks and does not feel good. Now, I will say though, if I am feeling good enough when I go places, I try not to use my placard. Because I just feel, you get that guilt that comes with it, even though you're very valid in using it. I also have a condition that came with my hypermobile EDS, where it acts a lot like fibromyalgia, which is a widespread musculoskeletal pain accompanied by fatigue, memory, mood issues, and so forth. Having fatigue stinks, especially when you accompany it with pain, because for me, fatigue is also in my joints and not just an overall I'm tired type. So it then causes more pain, and trying to rest said joints can be a challenge. But personally, I really hate the memory problems. I forget things all the time. I'll literally have a conversation just yesterday, and it is brought up the next day, and I am like, what are you talking about? Like, it never happened. No matter how much I try, 9 times out of 10, I won't remember. It's frustrating to the point that I make notes or send myself text to go back and recall things. Some days I feel like that guy in the movie Memento, just minus all the sticky notes. I also have forgotten many times to take my own medication or vitamins, etc., to the point where I have to use apps on my phone to not only remind me to take my medicine, but to tell me I took it. I can literally take my medicine, then 5 minutes later, question myself on whether or not I actually took it, which is why I use an app. The ironic part is often medications that I take or other medications in general can clog your brain, thus making your current issue that much more difficult. I know that all I just said sounds bleak, but for me anyhow, I try to enjoy life in whatever way or capacity that I can. And humor is a big part of that. My dad always taught me that humor is a big deal in tough times or even when you just get hurt. I know sometimes it's not that simple, and there are times where I feel down in the dumps, but that is why we need people who support us and to help lift us up. We all need that human connection. I know I wouldn't be who or where I am without it. So if I can help even one person by sharing my health struggles, then that's amazing. And I hope to help many others and bring us together and uplift each other. So I'm going to wrap up this video for now, and on my next video I will talk more about my health and the challenges and issues that come with it. Again, my hope is to help others who are in similar circumstances by letting them know you are not alone in your battles or your struggles, and to support each other. Eventually, I want to have guests on some of my streams to talk about their health and the challenges that come with it. So I just want to thank you guys for watching. Below will be some links about EDS, spoon theory, and a wonderful site called The Mighty. If you like this video, please hit like and subscribe. Please leave any questions you have for me in the comments, and I will try and answer as many as I can in my next video. And I will see you next time. Thank you. Bye.